throughout this entire Deshaun Watson situation, I've kind of been reluctant to talk football because there's so much non-football stuff that needs to be addressed here, but we're talking about a football aspect of this, which there is. And I do remember talking to a personnel guy, a veteran personnel guy, whose opinion I do value when it comes to football matters. And they said, look, there's a football element of this Deshaun Watson situation that we don't know how it's going to go. And that element is the last time he played a meaningful NFL game was January 3rd, 2021. The next time, if this holds up, that he's going to play a meaningful game will be October 23rd, 2020. That's 658 days between games for Deshaun Watson. Changing systems, changing teams, changing locations, with all the non-football stuff hovering over him. There's a lot that the Cleveland Browns are jumping over with this leap of faith from a non-football standpoint and from a football standpoint with Deshaun Watson. So I'm curious how eventually, when he does step foot on the field, who knows whether it's going to be on the 23rd of October. There's a lot of unknowns, but there's a lot of unknowns from a football standpoint that I need to see play out for Deshaun Watson and the Browns. I
do too, and it's a strange thing in what we do. It casts a shadow over the entire organization, and not just the ownership, the players on the field. It's hard to talk Browns. It feels uncomfortable talking Browns. It feels awkward talking Browns. And I just wonder, in terms of on the field this year, if you're going to get into that, I wonder if Stefanski can somehow use this or channel this. Because the real shame is they got some of the best guys in the league, in Nick Chubb and Jacoby Brissett, just really good football guys, good players all across the team. This is a good team. It's a really talented team. And that guy right there, not the one in the helmet, the one with the salt and pepper beard, if he can talk to the team about, like, I believe in you guys and we are the family and all that stuff, that we're going to be without him for 6 games or 8 games or 17 games. Can they possibly channel that into some sort of, like, massive chip on the shoulder in terms of, yes, Deshaun did some terrible things, it looks like, but the rest of us are just here to play football and we're trying to win games. Like, I do think that they are very good, and if we looked up and the Browns are, oh my God, the Browns are 5-2, I don't think it would surprise me, because I think they play good ball, have a good coach, and have really good players. It's just now the ultimate test for Kevin Stefanski. Like, what are you made of? How are you possibly channel this? Because if you nail it and you tap into those athletes' psyches about no one wants to talk about us and we're cast into this shadow with that quarterback, they can get pissed and they get motivated and they get good. So I'm not like just saying, oh, wow, even if it were coming through and, oh, my God, he's out the whole season. I'm still not casting mistakes. I think they have really good players and a really promising coach. I'm not giving up on them.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, like both of you guys alluded to, it's hard to talk about them as a football team.
Weird.
But I'm going to talk about Jacoby Brissett. I'm not even going to talk about Deshaun Watson or anything. Jacoby Brissett is a guy who's a veteran. He's been in this league for a while, started with the New England Patriots, went to the Colts, played for the Miami Dolphins. He's now in Cleveland. And he's a guy who's looked at as a leader in every place that he's been. The way that the Indianapolis Colts organization talked about Jacoby when we played against him last year, of the type of person he is every single day, the type of leader he is, the impact that he has on his teammates and everybody around him. I'm excited for an opportunity for him, a guy that's done things the right way his entire time he's been in the NFL and has tried to take advantage of his opportunities. Like you just said, Nick Chubb in the backfield, Kareem Hunt in the backfield. They will lean on those guys right now with everything going on the offensive side of the ball. And then Myles Garrett is on their defense. I got a chance to play with this guy his rookie year. We drafted him first overall when I was in Cleveland. When he got out there and he got off the ball, it was just like, my goodness, where is this guy from? So I'm excited for them as a team. It's just terrible that we can't talk about the Cleveland Browns football team right now.
This is a top 3 division for me across the NFL. So all that being said, with a situation like this that the Browns are dealing with, this will plague this locker room for really the remainder of the season, regardless of when their quarterback returns to play. Emotionally, that's really heavy for any team to have to deal with. All this considered, the AFC North is very talented. You're looking at a Bengals team that was in the Super Bowl last year, looking at a Ravens team that is returning to a healthier status than they've ever been before. And I'm slowly but surely buying into what the Steelers are cooking up in Pittsburgh. So when we look at the division from a football standpoint, I really didn't have the Browns towards the top anyways, because the division is so challenging. Also considering everything else that's going on.
I agree. And I think the Bengals are fascinating, too, because we talk about it our whole lives. It's so hard to get back. Not only hard to get back to the Super Bowl, it's hard to have a great season after you lose the Super Bowl. Every available metric we have to our ability to use shows that things set in. You have bad injury luck. You just weird psychological things. And yet, you look at them and you're like, how could they not? They're so talented and so young and everybody's back and they didn't get fleeced. They seem to be the one, it's easy to say this now, but like, all that stuff you say doesn't apply to the Bengals. I think it's naive to say that because we say that a lot of times. Teams look great coming off the Super Bowl. But I mean, Mike, can you see a scenario by which the Bengals take a step back, they're flat, and they're, oh my God, you know, neither can I.
Quarterback's
and yet
too
it
good.
happens.
Yeah.
Quarterback's too good. He gives what the defense takes him in a lot of ways. He's not the one to make mistakes. They're too good.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson, Mike, to your point, 4-12 in that season, the last time he was in Houston. Then 600 days later, you're going to go out and be 12-4. I just don't see how that's supposed to unfold.
Yeah, that will definitely be tough.